details of this hour on VTV News. National Assembly poised for institutional breakthroughs. Later on, VITSAC 2025, Buddhist teaching illuminate path to world peace. In a world news, Iran unveils new solid-fuel ballistic missile.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It is now 3 p.m. local time in Hanoi, and you're watching VTV News. I'm Pui-Ling, bringing you the latest updates. Now, the ninth session of the 15th National Assembly officially opened on Monday in Hanoi. The session will span 37 days across two phases, during which lawmakers will tackle a record volume of legislative work. A committee will be established to draft amendments to the 2013 Constitution. National Assembly Chairman Chen Teng-Men highlighted that lawmakers will review key government reports, including plans to allocate at least 3% of the 2025 state budget to science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation. Other key discussions will focus on establishing the National Election Council, shortening the term of the 15th National Assembly and People's Councils, determining the election date for the 16th National Assembly deputies, and passing a resolution on merging certain provincial-level administrative units. Now, in a key speech delivered during the ninth session of the 15th National Assembly, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính reported to the National Assembly and the nation on socio-economic progress in early 2025, along with key tasks and solutions for the remaining months of the year. More to follow.
In his additional assessment of the 2024 Socio-Economic Development Plan, the Prime Minister emphasized that the year's achievements were significant and commendable despite numerous challenges. Notably, Vietnam maintained both domestic stability and peaceful external relations. Addressing the first months of 2025, the Prime Minister noted that global conditions remain highly volatile and unpredictable, particularly following the United States' sudden announcement of a sweeping reciprocal tax policy. In response, the government has directed relevant authorities to implement decisive and effective measures under the guidance of the Central Committee, the National Assembly, and the Party General Secretary. The Prime Minister also outlined key tasks to achieve a growth target of 8% or higher and expand the economic scale beyond $500 billion in 2025.
We must institutionalize and resolutely implement the Politburo's key resolutions. These are Resolution 57 on breakthroughs in science, technology, innovation, and digital transformation, Resolution 59 on international integration, Resolution 66 on innovation in lawmaking and enforcement, and Resolution 68 on private sector development.
The Prime Minister also stressed the importance of strengthening the political system. He called for accelerating economic restructuring, establishing a new growth model, and developing strategic infrastructure and high-quality human resources.
The government sincerely thanks and looks forward to direction from the Central Executive Committee, the Politburo, and the Secretariat, which is headed by the Party General Secretary, as well as the support and oversight of the National Assembly and the nation. Together, we can fulfill our goals and foster new confidence, energy, and motivation. Together, we can build a strong, prosperous, and civilized Vietnam, standing shoulder to shoulder with world powers, as our beloved President Ho Chi Minh always wished.
Also during the session, the National Assembly will also address major institutional reforms, including a resolution to merge provincial-level administrative units and other crucial legislative tasks.
Continuing with activities during the National Assembly's ninth session, Vice Chairman of the National Assembly Nguyễn Khang Định on Monday presented a proposal to amend several articles of the 2013 Constitution. While the Constitution has strengthened the political system during its 11-year implementation, the current three-tier local government structure has shown inefficiencies and resource waste. The proposed amendments address the roles of the Vietnam Fatherland Front, socio-political organizations, and local government organizations. The National Assembly also reviewed a proposal to establish a 15-member drafting committee on constitutional amendments. The committee will gather public feedback and submit the revised constitution for approval before June the 30th, with the new version taking effect July the 1st. Onto other news, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm, his spouse, and a high-ranking delegation departed on Monday afternoon for state visits to Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Belarus, and an official visit to Russia to attend the 80th anniversary of victory in the Great Patriotic War. This marks the party chief's first state visit to Kazakhstan and the highest-level Vietnamese visit to the country in 13 years. It is also the first time Azerbaijan has welcomed a Vietnamese leader at the party general secretary level. This trip to Belarus is the first by a Vietnamese party chief in 11 years, while his visit to Russia is the first in 7 years. The visit highlights Vietnam's loyal friendship with former Soviet partners and aims to boost ties with Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, and Belarus, while adding new momentum to the comprehensive strategic partnership with Russia. State President Lương Cường on Monday morning presided over an official welcome ceremony for Sri Lankan President Anura Kumara Dissanayake, who is on a state visit to Vietnam from May the 4th to the 6th. Following the ceremony, the two presidents led their delegations in bilateral talks to review recent cooperation progress and discuss future collaboration. Leaders will also witness the signing of cooperation agreements and hold a joint press briefing. During his visit, the Sri Lankan president will attend the United Nations Day of Vesak celebration. The visit aims to strengthen political trust and enhance practical cooperation across various sectors between the two countries. Now, 5 additional highways will be put into operation in the Mekong Delta region by the end of this year, a positive signal for the country's agricultural hub. However, significant work remains to ensure these major roads become a driving force for the region's development. The first step is to accelerate efforts to overcome obstacles, secure sand and construction materials, and speed up construction progress.
Phase 1 of the 16-kilometer Cao Lãnh An Hill Expressway is now over 60% complete after nearly 2 years of construction. To ensure completion this year, 5 teams are working through holidays with 8 sand pumps in operation. Đồng Tháp province has secured a required 2.3 million cubic meters of sand.
We have prepared quarry sites and secured sand supplies for construction, making us ready for contractors to begin work.
This year, the Mekong Delta aims to complete 5 expressways spanning approximately 200 kilometers. While construction continues at a rapid pace, even during holidays and weekends, material shortages, particularly fill sand, pose a significant challenge.
The sand volume has to be redirected from the Bình Phước Xuân quarry to Cần Thơ Cà Mau Expressway project, which has reduced both the volume and the extraction capacity by over 50%.
We are working closely with local leaders from An Giang, Đồng Tháp, Tien Giang, and Soc Trang to secure sand under a special mechanism for the expressway project.
To resolve material supply issues, the government has instructed localities to review all sand quarries, access reserves, and evaluate extraction capabilities. Contractor tasked with quarrying age are required to accelerate progress, comply with regulations, and follow special mechanisms. Project owners will monitor progress at monthly and quarterly intervals, tracking each project's contractor and quarry to ensure adequate sand supplies for construction.
Now, starting today, May the 5th, the Ministry of Industry and Trade becomes the sole authority responsible for issuing certificates of origin in Vietnam, taking over this role from the Vietnam Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The ministry will issue certificates of origin, certificates for goods with unchanged origin, and handle certificate registration under Norway and Switzerland's generalized system of preferences scheme. This centralized system aims to streamline the process for businesses while preventing origin fraud and illegal transshipment, with the ultimate goal of achieving double-digit export growth. Many Vietnamese enterprises participate in the minor stages of the export production chain with the hidden intention of legitimizing the origin of certain goods. Now, this practice has raised concerns about origin fraud, particularly when companies simply assemble imported components and label the final product made in Vietnam to gain tax incentives or avoid trade defense measures. Industry associations warn that such actions could severely damage the reputation of Vietnamese products.
Many businesses are adopting a strategy of balancing domestic and imported raw materials. This approach optimizes production, mitigates trade defense risks, and improves competitiveness in demanding foreign markets.
Our company sometimes receives requests to merely sew labels, but we reject them, as these practices contribute to misleading origin claims. This could harm our business's reputation, as we are committed to producing goods with authentic and verified origins.
According to the Ho Chi Minh City Business Association, diversifying supply sources both enhances competitiveness and reduces dependence on a few major partners. Clear documentation of product origins has become essential for entering the global supply chain.
We must ensure origin transparency. Legal authorities must intervene and enforce oversight, while manufacturers must be diligent and highly responsible in verifying their products' origins.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade urges businesses to build their reputation while demonstrating production capabilities to foreign partners.
The ministry continues to support market diversification, boost trade promotion, and help enterprises find new customers and potential markets. We must reduce the over-reliance on a few dominant ones.
The Ministry of Industry and Trade has revoked the Vietnam Federation of Commerce and Industry's authority to issue certificates of origin and other origin-related documentation. This measure aims to strengthen the certification process and protect the reputation of Vietnamese goods in international markets.
After 25 years of operation, Vietnam's stock market has reached a major milestone with the official launch of the new KRX trading system. This unified platform integrates stock exchanges, the Vietnam Security Depository and Clearing Corporation, and multiple markets, including stocks, bonds, and derivatives. The KRX system can process orders 4 to 5 times faster than its predecessor and introduces changes in order priority, price display, and extended trading time for odd lot orders. Notably, foreign ownership limits will now update when a buy order is entered, not just when it's matched. The system successfully connected with the Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange on Monday morning. Now, before we move on to other important updates, let's take a look at the foreign exchange rate of today, May the 5th. Coming up next, Vesak 2025, Buddhist teachings illuminate path to world peace. And Ninh Thuận province applies community-based model to eliminate dilapidated homes. Welcome back to VTV News. The 2025 United Nations Day of Vesak will officially take place in Ho Chi Minh City from Tuesday to Thursday. This significant event for Vietnamese Buddhism marks an important milestone in advancing a people-to-people diplomacy, fostering mutual understanding and promoting cultural exchange and friendly cooperation between Vietnam and international friends.
Over 2,700 delegates, including 1,250 international guests from 85 countries, will attend the 2025 UN Day of VESAC in Vietnam, with more than 950 papers submitted in Vietnamese and English. These numbers reflect not only the event's scale but also the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha's role in promoting meaningful people-to-people diplomacy. This is the fourth time Vietnam has hosted the VESAC celebration, reaffirming its image as a peace-loving, tolerant, and dialogue-driven nation.
The VESAC celebration emphasizes Vietnam's religious freedom and showcases its cultural and ethical values to the world. It's a key effort by the Vietnam Buddhist Sangha to promote the country's image globally.
The 2025 UN Day of VESAC is an international cultural festival that celebrates Buddha's values of love, compassion, wisdom, and peace. Through its events, it conveys a powerful message of love, understanding, and unity for our changing world.
The Vietnam Buddhist Sangha organizes the 2025 UN Day of VESAC celebration to promote Buddha's values of love and compassion.
Today, Vietnam is not only a friend but also a strategic and comprehensive partner to many countries, working together to build peace, stability, and sustainable development.
The VESAC celebration has helped the world learn more about Vietnam, creating an open environment for diplomatic relations. Though this religious event, it has strengthened Vietnam's international reputation.
The event in Ho Chi Minh City showcases the city's dynamism, creativity, and prosperity 50 years after Vietnam's reunification. It presents Vietnam as a nation integrating with, developing, and rising alongside the world in this new era.
To address the challenge of eliminating dilapidated houses, communities across many localities have developed creative and effective solutions by harnessing collective effort. In Ninh Thuận Province, residents have implemented a model of exchanging work and contributing capital in rotation. Through this system, neighbors help one another build solid homes. When someone assists others, they later receive help in return. More on this to follow.
This man began digging the foundation for a new house. The foundation must be wide and deep. Working alone, this task would have taken him a week. Yet thanks to the villagers, they completed it in just 6 hours. As one worker grew tired, another stepped in to take their place. After finishing one house, the group moved on to the next. The Raglai people call this a rotating labor exchange.
Helping each other means exchanging labor. We do not receive nor give money for the help.
In this commune, 113 houses have been newly built or repaired at the same time. These houses meet the 3 solid standards. Without the rotating labor exchange system, accelerating the construction progress would have been extremely difficult.
I contribute my labor to my neighbors. Building a house isn't a one-person task. It's the work of a community.
In this part of Ninh Thuận Province, people struggle to maintain stable livelihoods. Yet their spirit of sharing remains abundant, from contributing days of labor to making small monetary donations. In Cham ethnic villages, when a family begins dismantling their temporary house, the whole clan steps in to help. Some clans have established mutual aid funds, while others organize rotating monetary contributions.
Through contributions of labor and money, spacious houses have been built for poor and near-poor households. The total costs exceed $3,000 USD.
The province aims to complete or repair 2,000 houses by June 30th.
In the spirit of solidarity and compassion, society comes together. The goal is clear. In just 3 months, 2,000 houses must be repaired.
Through unity, shared effort, and the practice of exchanging labor and pooling resources, the elimination of temporary houses is progressing rapidly. Poor families are finally getting proper homes, ensuring no one is left behind.
Now, over the past 50 days, Ho Chi Minh City has welcomed approximately 2.7 million tourists, generating over $604 million in revenue. During the April 30th, May 1st holiday, around 2 million visitors came to the city, more than double the figure from the same period last year. According to the Ho Chi Minh City Department of Tourism, the city has rarely seen such a large number of visitors arriving at the same time. Vietnamese and international tourists have joined celebrations marking the 50th anniversary of the liberation of the South and national unification, alongside various cultural, historical, and tourism activities. The film 50 Flashes, roughly translated as 50 Moments, recreates the symbols of Ho Chi Minh City over the past 50 years, serving not only as tourism inspiration, but also as an invitation to experience this dynamic modern city. During the 5-day holiday celebrating the half-century anniversary of the country's unification, Vietnam welcomed more than 10.5 million tourists, with over 6.5 million staying overnight. These positive indicators mark a strong opening to the summer tourist season, providing momentum for Vietnam's tourism breakthrough this year.
During the holiday, historical destinations in Ho Chi Minh City, including the Củ Chi tunnels, Cần Giờ, and Saigon Special Forces weapon bunkers, were consistently packed with both domestic and international visitors.
I hope that you have a great holiday. In the end of April, it's the anniversary of your independence.
From April 20th until the end of the holiday, Ho Chi Minh City welcomed a record 2.7 million visitors, including 355,000 international tourists, nearly double the previous year's figures. The city generated nearly $650 million in revenue. During the holiday period alone, the city attracted 2 million visitors and earned more than $280 million. Several localities recorded tourism revenue exceeding $40 million during the holiday, including Hanoi, Ninh Bình, Quảng Ninh, Thanh Hóa, Da Nang, and Khánh Hòa.
Procedures had become simpler and were reaching more travelers than ever. Flexible visa policies and expanded airline routes are like two wheels working together.
The Northwest Highlands, including Sapa, Hà Giang, and Điện Biên, attract many visitors with their famous historical sites and majestic natural landscapes.
That was really fun. Felt happy, felt safe completely. Yeah. And it was good to see the scenery going down the zip line as well. It was really beautiful.
In early summer, beaches across the country are crowded with visitors. Hotel occupancy rates have increased 30 to 50% compared to the same period last year, with the national average exceeding 70%. Major tourist centers like Quảng Bình, Da Nang, Lào Cai, and Ho Chi Minh City are reaching 90 to 100% capacity. During the 5-day holiday, the country welcomed more than 10.5 million visitors, a 31% increase from last year. This tourism boom has energized many industries, supporting the country's 8% economic growth target for the year.
Coming up next in our world news, U.S. President announces a 100% tariff for movies produced outside U.S. And Iran unveils new solid-fuel ballistic missile. Onto our world news, U.S. President Donald Trump announced a 100% tariff on movies produced outside the United States. In a post on Truth Social on Sunday, he authorized the U.S. Trade Representative to take necessary steps, citing concerns that the American film industry is declining too rapidly, while other countries are offering incentives to draw filmmakers and studios away from the U.S. Details on how the proposed film tariffs will be implemented and what impacts they might have on the industry remain unclear. The Post did not mention whether the measure would apply to television shows, a booming and increasingly lucrative segment of the screen production. Oil prices fell more than $2 per barrel in early Asian trading on Monday as OPEC Plus announced plans to accelerate output increases, sparking concerns about a potential supply glut. Brent crude dropped to $59.14 per barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate fell to $56.03. Both benchmarks declined following reports that OPEC Plus might add up to 2.2 million barrels per day to the market beginning in November. In April, oil prices recorded their steepest monthly decline in over 3 years, driven by slowing global fuel demand amid trade tensions and increasing supply. Oil field service companies such as Baker Hughes and SLB are expected to reduce exploration and production investments this year due to the weak pricing environment. Iran has unveiled a new solid-fuel ballistic missile amid rising tensions with the West. According to Iranian state television, the Ghashem-Bajir missile, with a range of at least 1,200 kilometers, represents the country's latest defense investment. Iran's Ministry of Defense claims the missile features enhanced guidance and maneuverability, enabling it to evade layered missile defense systems. In a test conducted on April the 17th, the missile reportedly identified and struck its intended target among multiple decoys without GPS assistance, following a U.S. warning about Iran's support for Houthi forces in Yemen. Tehran announced it would strike American and Israeli interests, bases, and forces anywhere and at any time if either country initiates conflict. Have you ever cleaned your home and discovered all electrical devices hidden away in a closet or under the stairs? You might want to throw them out, but wonder about safe e-waste recycling or whether some items could be repaired or used. In Belgium, an organization specializes in collecting broken electronics, providing free repairs or responsible recycling. More on this to follow.
Belgium, a country of fewer than 12 million people, houses an estimated 55 million in used electrical devices in households. In addition to its fixed collection points, the non-profit organization Recupol conducts mobile collection drives twice a year throughout various communities.
What's great is they come nearby. I just pack my old phone or computer and drop it off.
For broken items owners want to keep, like this coffee machine, the organization offers a free on-site repair service.
I bought the part online, but it was too complicated to install. The manual recommended a professional, so I brought it here. This repair service is really valuable.
For households without transportation or elderly people with mobility issues, Recupol sends staff on electric bikes to pick up items at scheduled times and bring them to the collection point. At the end of the day, all electronics are sent to sorting and processing centers, with a recycling rate of up to 90%.
Last year, we collected nearly 128,000 tons of used electronics, about 42 million items. Despite having just 31 people, we collaborate closely with transportation and recycling partners to help consumers across Belgium.
This collection initiative has been operating for 24 years with support from Belgian electronics importers and manufacturers, who must comply with EU laws requiring them to recycle the products they sell.
Now let's move on to the weather forecast in Vietnam and around the world. And that's the end of VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can download VTV Go from App Store or Google Play, or visit our YouTube channel at VTV4Go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.